Welcome to Landfall. I'm Frank Keenan. Today we're officially opening the Jack Nicklaus course at Landfall. Jack's going to play the course today, and Drew Pearson's going to follow him along. And the two will describe this course, why it was built and how it was built. And Jack will show you how each shot is supposed to be played. I think you'll find the course beautiful, and we're glad to have you. Thank you.
Jack Nicklaus, a name everyone recognizes as a winner of 20 major tournaments, is well into his second career as a golf course designer. I'm Drew Pearson, President and Director of Golf of the Landfall Club. 3 years of planning, construction, and grow-in have brought us to September 6, 1990, the official opening of the Jack Nicklaus Golf Course. Let's take a few moments to listen in as Jack describes his 75th golf course.
It was a beautiful piece of property to build a golf course on. We have a lot of movement on the property. We had a lot of beautiful areas, a lot of water areas, a lot of treed areas, and some open areas. So we had a lot of variety. I think it's got good variety as far as change of directions, good variance in green sizes. It's a bent green golf course, Bermuda fairways. I think it's a little different than most of the Carolinas, lowland areas. It's a little different than most of them because most of your lowland golf courses really don't have much elevation change. But we have pretty good elevation change here. What we're trying to do is to do a golf course unique to that property, unique for the client's needs and usages for his property. And if you can do that, then you're doing your job. We think we can build a nice golf course. We'll see how it plays today, obviously, and I think I'm looking forward to it very much.
Before Jack played the inaugural round, he gave a golf clinic to over 700 members on the fundamentals that he applies to his game.
What I'm trying to do is just sort of try to set a feeling that I'm going to be relaxed, I'm trying not to hurt anything, and by doing that kind of a thing, I set myself into a relaxed mode to where golf is going to be I'm going to let my natural abilities take over and swing the golf club. I'm not going to really worry about it. I just keep talking and hitting, and it really doesn't make any difference what happens. I'm very much a fundamentalist with the game, and I like to believe that you work on a good sound, it's a good sound grip, a good sound posture, and body position, and your head remains the center point of the swing. I want to play the game as though I've got a good solid stance, where I'm playing basketball, baseball, football, I don't care what it is. I want to have my feet be on balance. I want to stay inside my feet when I play golf, just like I would play any other sport. Any sport that you play and you move outside your feet, you're dead. If you can keep your head pretty much in one position and rotate around it, you have a good chance of keeping everything inside your feet. And that's really how I go about playing golf. I try to set myself up in the address position, which is less like I'm playing any other sport, and I try to stay in that address position throughout the swing. And the address position being where if I look down, I've got the club points back up between my arms, between the V of my arms somewhere, and I keep it between the V of my arms right throughout the swing. So no matter where I am in the golf swing, if I stop here, I'm between the V. If I go up to the top swing here, bring it around and down, I'm still in the address position. At the finish of the golf swing, I'm still in the address position. Everywhere is address position. Once the club starts pointing outside my arms, then I'm not in the address position. I am now out of support. The club is easy to move, so if it's like that, Now, obviously, I can't hit the ball with it when it's not in a support position. So what have I got to do? I've got to flip it back over the other way. So I've got the golf club doing this all day long, and you never have any support of the golf club. So I just stay here in this address position. I rotate my body and my head, and I move around here, move back here. As I release the target, club starts out square. It'll be in an open position as I turn here, as I release the target. It'll come back to square, which for most people is about, ball position is about off the left heel, and then it'll go to close as it goes through. And I just use that premise with every golf shot I play. I play every golf shot basically off the left heel, and all I do is move the ball closer or further away, depending on the length of the golf club, just like that. And so those are the bases for setting up and playing shots, and then I go about just performing those shots from those simple fundamentals. Feet are the very, very important part of the golf swing. You can play good golf by using the upper part of your body, reasonable good golf. But if you really want to play great golf, you really got to use your feet. The pace of your swing is controlled by your feet. How fast you swing. If you can't swing any faster than your feet move. If you do swing faster and your feet move, then the upper part of your body starts dominating the golf swing, and then your ability to control the golf club and control the accuracy of the golf shot is diminished. So that's what we try to do here. Boom. Now with an 8-iron, everything's going to be basically the same. Just a little slightly wider stance because it's a slightly longer club, but everything's pretty much the same. Ball will go a little further. That's an 8-iron with control, and an 8-iron without hitting it hard, an 8-iron without getting in trouble. Still relaxed. Still trying to find my swing du jour. A little left to right wind. I'm not going to try to play a shot that controls the wind. I'm going to play the shot, let the wind do what it wants to with the ball. I'm warming up. I'm not practicing. Big difference. I do my practicing after a round, not before. And when I'm warming up, I'm working on the fundamentals and something I'm going to find that I can use that day, not something that I'm going to work on that's going to improve my golf game for the next month. I'll do that after the round. When I've got everything solid in my mind about how I've played, that's when I go to the practice tee and I accomplish about twice as much in about half the time. I want to make sure that as I hit the golf ball, that my head remains in a good solid position. I'm on balance and everything is sitting here well under control. Let me have a 5-iron out of there. 8-iron's about a 140-yard shot. This is a 5-iron, about a 175 or 80-yard shot. Now we're starting to get to the place where we can start to hit little hooks and slices. Not necessarily on purpose. But there's a reason why the ball does that. Now, and it starts to go into the philosophy of how I play the game. I just don't believe that the game of golf, everybody has a tendency to either hit it left to right or right to left. I don't know anybody who can hit it straight. I certainly can't. So I make sure that I never aim the ball at a target, in other words. If I aim the ball at the target and I don't know whether I'm going to hook it or slice it, then there's nothing worse than watching a ball go at a target and just watch it peel away. Right? That's not much fun. So to me, if I either play left to right, I'd aim the ball left to the target and let the ball work back towards that target. Or right to left, I hit it to the right of the target and let it work back towards the target. It gives me a little excitement when I start to see the ball heading towards the target. And it allows me to take the wide side of the golf course or the wide side of the field, or whatever you want to say, and play to the target. I always play from the safe side to the hole. And I mean, I may play both ways, but I really say, play the way that you're used to playing. If you're used to play most of your shots left to right, go ahead and play them left to right. Just go ahead and allow for that and play for it. Now, there are most of the times when I'm playing in a tournament that if I'm playing all left to right, I have a right to left shot, and I feel like I'm not comfortable with it. I'll go ahead and play it to the center of the green, forget that hole, try to make my par and move on to the next hole. There are going to be plenty of holes on the golf course. I'm not going to put all the pins on the left edge of the green. So there'll be a mixture of holes that'll give me opportunities to play different kinds of shots in different places where I can take advantage of different things. So I think you take advantage of your abilities, use your head on how to play them, play to the safe side of the golf course and work your way in. That's how you score. And we're trying to develop one golf swing. I think it's tough in this game to develop one swing, let alone a different swing for every shot you want to play. The point I'm trying to make, obviously, is that we're trying to, as I said with hooking and slicing, you want to use one swing only. And, find the golf club that you like the best in your bag. Is it 7-iron? Is that probably as easy as for anybody? 6-iron, 5-iron, 7-iron, whatever it might be. Every time I play, I'm going to have one little thing that I sort of think about. And the fundamentals that I think about are making sure that I get good and relaxed over the ball, making sure that as I'm standing up to the ball, I don't increase my grip pressure to start. I want to make sure I'm relaxed here so that I take the club away in the same position that I started, in the same relaxed mode. So that's one thing I usually think about, because that helps me get started. You can start it away smoothly. Right here, softly right here. Okay. Secondly, is I work on my head. As long as I can keep my head in position. And that's pretty much the thing. If you can get yourself started, keep your head in position.
Jack finished his clinic with several towering tee shots before he moved over to number 1 tee. At the ribbon-cutting ceremony, the governor of North Carolina, Jim Martin, officially opened the golf course.
There we go. Good. Oh. Woo. Hey. Hi. I don't want to follow that.
Governor Martin had the honor of the first drive. He proceeded to hit the ball 280 yards down the left side of the fairway over the waist area.
Can I just play that, sir? Nice shot.
Also on the first tee were Bill Pullman, president of Westminster Corporation, and Frank Keenan.
Wasn't a solid hit in the world, but that's straight.
Jack hit his opening tee shot with a McGregor wooden-headed driver, which he donated to the club to be used as a memento of the occasion.
There you are, sir. Hit the opening tee shot. It hit it very short, but it hit it very straight.
Very straight. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Number 1 is a relatively short par 4, 380 yards, a large waist area on the left, and a big bunker which surrounds the right side of the green.
I want to get the golf course started off with a fairly easy starting hole, giving you a nice wide driving area here. Protected the right side of the green if you wanted to have that, but you basically gave you the further left you drive the ball, the easier avenue you have to get into the green. And try to make it a fairly simple starting hole without any real tremendous difficulty about it. And then we start the golf course, which gets you started. I like to get you started. I like to make 3 on the first hole and then move on, right?
Jack's 8-iron came up about 40 feet short on this hole, and it's a 2-level green, so he was looking at a putt where he had to putt it up to the 2nd level.
A little harder than that, huh? Well, first green, I said I wanted to get you off and started and get off to a nice score and all that kind of stuff on the first hole. Now I've left myself with a tough putt, right? Well, I hate to start with bogey.
Number 2 is a 199-yard par 3 from an elevated tee to a bowl-shaped green with a large waste area running up the left side.
Come down. Oh, get up. That's about right, I guess. This green, you see, really is a collecting hole. I like to collect the golf ball if I can. And what I mean by that is there's only going to be a certain amount of the golf course that you can collect it on, obviously. Somebody will always hit it outside the collection area, but you've got to work at it here, I think. Down the right side, you've got the little hollow over here, you got the hollow here, the hollow back here. All the top of that hill in is fairly playable area to get able to get to the green, to the hole, and just keep advancing towards it. So anyway, obviously, you've got a big collection on the right. You do not want to go left. So the shot is to work the ball from the right and bring it back in. Green just sort of sits here as a sort of a hollow through the low part of the green, and then you just got the high part that runs around it. Let's see here. That's pretty close, isn't it? You'll give me that on a Wednesday or a Thursday, whatever today is, isn't it? What is today? Thursday. We'll move to the next hole. It's a little dog leg left, 440 yards from this tee. A little less than 400 yards from the members' tees. And I think pretty nice little hole. The green sort of sits on the side of a shelf. Going down, we sort of benched it in there with a bunker on the left side. And okay, let's see where we go. $140 yards, 440. That was a 300-yard drive. How about that? I put these hills here for me, to get the extra yardage. At my age, I need those extra hills. Well, I almost misfigured my own green, huh? 439-yard little dog leg left. There's really didn't do a whole lot here, except cut a hole through the trees and build a hole. The green sits up there inside nice oak trees, and it's good, kind of a pretty little area. No fairway bunkers. Needs to be a fairway bunker there to catch that ball to keep it out of the trees. Come down. That was a 6-iron. Oh, let's see what we got here, Brad. I can putt that. That's fine. You have putter out and I use it. That's pretty fancy pin placement, isn't it? To the center of the green. Not quite that slow, is it? No. Well, I didn't deserve a 3 after that tee shot, or a 4, did I? That's why I made 5.
Number 5, par 5, 535-yard dogleg left. A series of bunkers down the right-hand side that you try to avoid off the tee shot. The shot here is to hit a little draw off the tee, right to left, and put it down there right in the corner of the dogleg.
Or left.
Unfortunately, Jack pulled his tee shot on number 5 into the left woods down on the corner of the dogleg, and was really faced with only one option, and that was to chip it out into the fairway.
Back there, is that a wedge or a 9?
What, where? Back there?
Yeah.
7-iron.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. We debated whether to take those trees out. For the play of the hole, they probably should come out, but they're so pretty. They're 2 of the nicest pine trees on the property, so we left. Well, so a little soft 6-iron up there. High soft draw, huh?
Jack had hit a 6-iron from about 170 yards over those 2 pine trees that he was talking about, in about 15 feet behind the flag, and then took the opportunity to give a lesson to one of our members on the way to the hole.
Now I'm going to put the club face square.
Yeah.
Okay. That's one way to do it, but it's just so much easier to do the club face and then start out with the same thing every time. Well, I can't say that it was pretty, but we're here in 3. Well, that part was pretty, but I can't say the way the other 2 shots were all that gorgeous. This green here, really, for all practical purposes, really, we stopped it here. And then we saw the water down there, and it just seemed like it'd be a shame just not to extend the green for the heck of it, just to have the vista, the view, and just the feeling of the hole. But so that's the only reason the green really went beyond this point. And we just sort of made it a longer green. Again, it really didn't make any difference, just a little bit more to cut. I'll have to say, I think in all the golf courses I've built or been involved in, that this is the biggest dogleg I've ever put in a golf hole. I don't know whether that's good or that's bad, but it just happened to fit that way. And it fit that way because of those trees on that corner down there, and those trees on the corner right there, and wanting to get a relationship with this out here. So you try to put all those elements together, and then you design a hole that says play out to the right, and down the hole. That's really what you try to do with it. Boy, it's going to be a strange-looking birdie. They won't ask how I did it on the card, will they? That wasn't fair. You're supposed to go in on opening day. Oh, well, so we make a par. This hole here was, again, you had a lot, we really just built the hole around the wetlands area and did the best we could. And we had that little sort of peninsula out there. We had wetlands on the right, wetlands on the left, wetlands short. And just build a green in there, a couple levels. Go to the left, try and collect the golf ball over there, and then put a series of tees here and all the way around. You can see way over to there. That's right, club, huh? Ah. This was probably the toughest hole we played so far.
The reason number 7 is so difficult is that it's a 414-yard par 4. The drive has to go over the water. The second shot is over another body of water which is in front of the green and on the right and left side to a very, very small target. This hole may very well prove to be the hardest hole on the golf course.
Okay, that is an interesting looking little shot, isn't it? I pulled it.
Get there. Wow.
Let's go on here. You want me to putt it? No, you don't want me. You don't want me to putt that.
Number 8 is a very unusual par 5, 507 yards long with a double fairway. The right side presents a narrow opening to the green, and the left side gives a great deal more room off the tee shot.
You know, I'm going to give you the honest, true story about this hole, because I think you ought to understand it. This hole is now played backwards. The hole was designed, cleared for the green to go right over here. And we didn't, well, actually, it was really about where this other tee is over here. But we just didn't feel with the wetlands area that we had here that we could build anywhere where anybody could play it. I mean, this is the only area you had to bail out was the size of this tee. And we certainly couldn't connect it up, and it just worked out where it was just too hard to do. So we ended up rerouting the golf course. This used to be the second hole, and the first hole used to be the 9th hole going the other way. So we went from second hole to the par 3 third hole, which is now the second hole. So we switched and rerouted some holes back around, changed the numbering, and the ninth hole, present 9th hole, was the old first hole. So sometimes you have to do that. And as we say, so you work around the wetlands and everything. That's what you do. So we ended up here. We had it cleared. So I had to design a hole going back the other way using the same clearing. And you still have the ability to go down the right side here. But you have more angle. You got the ability to get into the green from the right side, but it's the narrow side and it's the tougher side. Now, if you play it as a 3-shot hole, you play it out here to the left, you play it to the right, and you come back in. That works fine. 5-12 into a slight breeze. And I think Drew is dead right. You just aim it at the trees and hope it either slices or hooks. Now that's strategy. Sliced it not bad enough. No, I didn't slice it bad enough. Still a fairway, isn't it? Well, actually, it didn't turn out to be too bad a spot, did it? Okay, let's see what we can do up there. Ah. Reasonable cupping area through this green. Thought it would continue to break. Next hole, huh? We built a 433-yard hole here that little dogleg right. We put a bunker out along the left side. There's a hollow down there on the right somewhere. I can't see it, but I know there's one there. And the green just sort of sits out on the peninsula. Pretty nice looking hole. Should have plenty of room to play golf here. Unless you that. Good gracious, Jack. What? Shout! No, nothing serious. Nothing serious, huh? What's that one? 173 to the middle, huh? Huh. That's nice. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to miss this couple of pine cones up the top. We're going to skirt it just to the right of the tall tree, underneath it, and put a soft draw on it. Land it up probably in the right, probably about in the middle of the green. If it stops, it stops. If it doesn't, then I don't know much about it. Can't hook it much out of the lie like that. Oh, that's not going to break a whole lot. It'll go down there a couple of feet and then straighten out. Yeah, about that, maybe just inside it.
As a tribute to what a great golfer Jack Nicklaus is, he was able to shoot even par 36 with a birdie on the third hole and a bogey on the fourth hole while talking to the members, explaining his design philosophy, talking about the shots that he was going to hit, which didn't seem to bother his concentration a whole lot. When Jack started to design the front nine here, he asked us for a couple of windows. A window being an area that you could look out to Howe Creek, which is his first window that we gave him, a real scenic area behind the third green. And then when we came around to number 5, we were working with a pond which was already there. I think one of the things that makes the front nine so unique too is that the wildlife that you see out there on holes like 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, there's always birds, and we've got deer down in the swamps, and we've got turtles, and we've got just about everything that you'd want to find on a golf course you're going to find on the front side. On the back nine, we gave Jack several more windows than he had on the front side. The number 11 plays down to the intercoastal. Number 13 is another view that looks right out into the ocean. Number 15 is a real pretty place looking over Howe Creek, and number 18 works its way back over a small pond into the clubhouse area. The back nine has got water on every hole except number 12. either off the tee or on the shot to the green, which makes it a real challenge for all levels of golfers. Let's join Jack as he starts to play the backside on number 10. Number 10 is a 572-yard par 5, dogleg to the left. The tee shot has to go over the lake. The second shot has to carry another small water hazard, and the third shot is to a relatively small green set back up on a hill.
Well, it makes a difference how far I am. I'm too far away. I'm too far away to do much of a damage. Really what we did here, we had big space on the left, so I just sort of filled it with some bunkers just to use up the space, and then tried to mound a little bit on the right because I really don't like water on the outside of a hole if I can avoid it. We tried to keep the ball as much away from the right side as we possibly could, and just play right up the middle. Fairway ought to be wide enough. I said that a couple hole, or last hole, didn't I? Knocked it right in the rough, right? The first part of it will be a little bit shot. I'll have 100 yards more after this. And the left side here, down here close to these bunkers, looks like the best place, doesn't it? Get up. Get up. You were story about my caddy, didn't you? You're just talking about walking up here. Brad was having trouble getting the pin out of the hole. My first year on the tour, and Drew said he remembered it. There's this lady who was telling him the story that she was at Houston one year watching me play. It was in the last round of the Houston Open, and there was the 7th hole. I had a putt about like this, and my caddy was holding the pin. There was a caddy down there. His name was 4-1. 4-1 was holding the pin here like this, and he was a little nervous. As I went to putt the ball, he tried to pull it, and it wouldn't come out. So he pulled, and finally when he pulled everything out. And the cup came out of the ground about that far, and my ball went right dead in the center of the hole and hit the cup, and bounced away. So instead of making 2, I made 5. And I tied for the tournament and lost the playoff. And it had been my first tournament win, and didn't work out. You can take it out, Brad, if you just want to go through that story. No break. Oh well.
Number 11 is a 447-yard par 4, dogleg right to left, goes over the crest of the hill and then down to a green that sets just behind the Intercoastal Waterway.
This is what I thought one of the neat green sites on the golf course. It sort of went up to the top of the hill and then went down. You had the intercoastals behind the hole, and but it didn't really, after we saw the hole, it really didn't need any bunkers, so there isn't any. No, there's that shot again. Good gracious, what an awful swing. Kicked out in the fairway, perfect. 7-iron swing, Jack. As advertised, huh? We have a 7-iron, another ball. Oh, Jack. Oh, what a swing. Nice kick. Just have to play for 4, I guess. No, just play for 4. That's all right. Par. Had enough of that for a while. Can you believe missing that? No, I'm going to putt that one. I don't mind putting this length. I don't mind putting that length. But anyway, this hole here had this sort of little peninsula out here, and we sort of opened up a chute to be able to see down to that one. And sort of, you know, benched this green in here on this hill. I just really let the green work away from us. I think it's really just a nice green setting, beautiful setting.
Number 12 is a 434-yard par 4, dogleg left to right. Tee shot goes up over a rise, and then the second shot is played down into a green that sits down in a little hollow.
.161. I realize that this should be fairway, shouldn't it? It's got perfect place to be. God, does that look like 161 yards to anybody else?
Sure does, yes.
Boy, that just doesn't look like it's anywhere near that far. 161, huh? Well, those people back there look like they're back there about 190 yards, though. Nice time to make a birdie anyway. Fooling around here talking and fooling around. It's time to start shooting a score. Yeah. A little short, isn't it? It's 180 yards, 160 yards. Well, keep making pars. We got to make birdies. Guess we don't have to, do we? Make bogeys.
Number 13 at 148 yards is the shortest par 3 on the golf course. The tee is a little elevated, playing down to a green which sits right on the edge of the intercoastal waterway. If you look closely through the trees, you can see the waves breaking in the Atlantic Ocean.
Not too bad a view. Is that the ocean I'm looking at in the background? Huh? Never could see it before. Never did see it. No, seriously. We never saw it during construction one time. Or I didn't, anyway. Anyway, a little later, and the green sort of drops into a little hollow on the right side, so it's, you know, ball working in this way is the best way to do it. Obviously, with the wind going that way, with only an 8-iron, I'm not going to work it much that way. I'm going to put it right out. I haven't made a hole-in-one on this hole yet. Try if we can do that today. Wind feels like it's my back here. Looks like it's across there. That'll be crossed in it. Short. That was because I hit it heavy. Overhit and you're gone, huh? Yeah, if you overhit it 40 yards. Huh? Or you underhit it, you're gone too, right? I agree. I hit this almost not enough, did I? Let's see what we got here. Oh, get in. Thought I had it. Oh, I didn't want to miss that.
Number 14 is a 414-yard par 4. Carry from the goal tee is about 240 yards to clear the water hazard. From the second shot, you're going to play uphill to a green which sits out on a point overlooking Howe Creek.
Okay, 145 yards. A little 8-iron in there. Green is just sort of benched as it came out of the hill. He just sort of kept the elevation going, sort of flat, and then dropped to a bunker and then tied it back in. That was how the form got in there, sort of the idea of the form. I think it's time for a birdie. I think so. This hole I've always been sort of partial to. I just thought it had a great setting to it. And you got great trees here, and you got great views, and sort of benches in here. It's a pretty view back to the tee. It's got a lot of elevation change. It's a pretty nice hole. Be a lot nicer. I'll like it a lot more if I birdie it too. Hey. They've been few and far between today, haven't they? There you go. Thanks. Okay. Please? Yeah, sure. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
There you go. Sure. Well, that sits in there pretty, doesn't it?
Number 15, par 3 at 228 yards, is the longest par 3 on the golf course. The tee shot is from an elevated tee over a corner of Howe Creek to an amphitheater setting where there's a big bunker on the left-hand side of the green.
Here. Ooh, it dropped in that bunker.
You really have plenty of area around this hole to play. If you have any sense, you don't hit it in the bunker. You played all these other areas and you got easy chips. But I didn't do that. Nah, didn't break. Didn't break. 508 yards. A little bit uphill, par 5, sort of a, go up the left side and take it all the way in, or obviously take the crossing in. Hit it right at the flag, huh? Yeah, I can take along that one.
Nice one.
Thank you. You can take and put tape on the toe of the club. It keeps you from hooking. You put tape on the heel of the club. It'll keep you from slicing it. 214 up into the wind a little bit, huh? 2 irons marginal. I can hit a high soft 1 iron, or I can hit a drilling 2 iron. How's that? Okay, I've got a 1 iron. I'm going to try to throw it up in the air. Let's see if I can get the wind kill it a little bit. See if I can keep it from going too much to the right.
Oh, look at this shot.
Hold on. Get in, get in. The screen finished off nicely, didn't it? Yep. Oh, Jack. And another ball. I mean, yeah, I got a mulligan. Isn't that ridiculous to hit a chip shot like that? That's not a lot better? Play 2 nice shots like that and hit a chip like that. Isn't that ridiculous? Why you do that? Because you're not concentrating, not paying attention to what you're doing. That's exactly what I did there. And when if I pay attention to what I'm doing, I don't do that. I work just as hard on that shot, which counts just as much as that one back there, which I worked very hard at. I know I can tell you that, and I know you believe it, and I know you've heard it, but it's absolute fact. Well, another par.
Number 17 is one of the more unusual holes at Landfall. The shortest par 4 on the backside, 362 yards. The drive is a layup, followed by a second shot with a pitching wedge to a small island green. Number 17 from the blue tee is 342 yards. However, if you were to play straight from the tee to the green, it would measure about 280 yards.
Okay, let's walk down here to this front tee and see what happens, okay? Let's just see what we can do up there. Just a nice little soft driver up there. And I got 105 yards here to get on this one. I pulled it.
Number 18 is a dogleg right, par 4, 474 yards through a grove of pine trees. Second shot is over a small lake which lays right in front of the green.
474. Just a little hole into the wind. Nothing serious. Little dog leg right. Have a nice finishing hole in there. Got plenty of room on the tee shot as long as you hit it somewhat decent. And then you got a pretty good sized second, don't you? Yeah, that was straight. Straight and solid. Thank you. Whew. What lie? Huh? Just 228 yards, just a little nothing in there. That's a long one there. It's a 3-wood shot, really. But maybe we'll make a 3-wood out of this one iron. They get that? Finish it off. I'm going to chip this one in. Oh, that was close. Short again. Now let's see here. What do you think? Looks like about right center of the hole. Is that what you think? Come here, line it up. Come here. Come on. You've been like a shadow today. I want you to line this putt up. Come on. And may I say, you look like a shadow that I used to look like, too. Huh? Come on, put it in. You're going to line it up, you get to put it in. Okay? A little closer to the ball. Get your eyes up over the ball. There you go. Knock it in there. Oh! Now, wait a minute. We're not going to settle for 73. You're going to stay here and you knock us in. I'm going to shoot 72. Knock it in there. Okay? Put it right on the right side. Get here. Get this putter right up here over the top of the ball. There you are. Got it? No, now, wait a minute. We're going to do it one more time. Third time's a charm, right? Okay, there you go. Knock it in. There he goes. Okay, congratulations. The ball is yours, okay? Okay. You're welcome. Okay, young man. Thank you all very much. I enjoyed being here, and have fun.